Hey everyone, it's Shar, and if you would like to see how I did this look for the Christmas Beauty Collab with Makeup Addict and the Midnight Artist, then just keep on watching because there is a spooky story that goes with that. Hey everyone, it's Shar from Shar's Fascination. Yes, aren't they fabulous? I just did these today. Fabulous. So, we have decided in this part of the collab, since for Christmas and Christmas is this weekend, this is the last look for it. And I'm happy. Well, I always like to do collabs because I'm going to use the Xmas Nightmare palette by Curst Kosmetics, where we love to scare up some looks. So our look this time is, oh, and if you know, I already have it might be a little obvious that I have my foundation and my eyes are primed. This is coming in handy. So again, I'm going to use this palette. And if I need colors out of the other two palettes, abso-freaking-lutely. So we're going to get started with this. And it's to be like a Christmas ornament or Christmas decor, which is always fun. Make sure we have a cleaned up brush here. Now, a lot of people will do a lot of Christmas decor. And, of course, there's a spooky story that goes with this. You know that. Let me clean a couple of these brushes. You know. And then when some people do Christmas decor, right? And you never know what your neighbors might be up to because you just never know. Some people just have slimy, grimy neighbors. I'm just saying. Ooh, I forgot something important. I need a lip color. Now, I've grabbed 4 different lip colors to choose from Curst Kosmetics. I love these because their lip potions are very spellbinding. So, you know that I like to use the lip color. Remember if I can see that. Ritual. I love using Ritual. This has been a really good black matte lip. And then I believe I have Claws. That would be it right there. That's Claws. We might use that with this. And yes, this is Rain. And we have these over here. This one's more a lip gloss, so it doesn't have that around. So anyway, so we have these colors and we sort of got to look started here. Also, you can use this as your eye pencil for your brows, of course. You guys know if I can do a look, I'm going to have this where it's going to be snatched in the house. Speaking of snatched, okay, there are a lot of things that go on around Christmas. Okay, and I mean a lot of people don't think about things that happen to other families during Christmas, which can always be like super sad. There's a lot of things that happen around Christmas that can be super sad and devastating to anyone. So we are going to start off in here with my glasses on. Oh, they're right here. Earlier I couldn't find my glasses, and that was not a good thing. Anyway, we're going to start off with that because it's like I'm filming this at night. Now, like I said, these, where's your Kit Kat? So, okay, Christmas. People are all excited. They're getting things together, making sure people are invited over to their home, that, you know, family and whatever, and like people love to do even today, right? Yes, you know, we're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. Okay. What if you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so there are all these people, you know, really festive and everything, and they love, you know, a good time with their friends and family. And I'm going to go in right here to Slay. I have this color memorized. We're just going to kind of put Slay right in here. We will blend this. Okay, so there are plenty of times where people are just, you know, they're all festive, they're all happy and everything, like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go do this and see this person, and let's hang out and everything, which is great, fine and dandy, until people come up missing. Now, it's said that in some folklore, right, it's said that if you are caught out in the cold on Christmas Eve, right, that, no, it's not a Krampus thing. Ooh, those two colors are pretty together. Anyway, this whole palette's pretty together. That you would get snatched up. Now, everybody in their own tribe around the world, everybody comes from a tribe from around the world, that there is some sort of beast similar to Krampus, right? So, I watched a YouTube creator, Polish one. She was showing the other day, I'll have to link her channel, about like all these different creatures. So it's like it said in certain places that if you're caught out at night during Christmas, where's my phone? I hear my phone ringing. Oh, it's right here, and it's not ringing. Whatever. Maybe that right there was a sign. That color. Get that color. We'll go with the green. I mean, I have worked with green looks with this palette, but okay. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm really digging this palette, like, even though I'm not digging on it. Not digging my brushes on it. That, like I was saying, if you're caught out at night, one of these creatures could get you. You know, I guess it's kind of like, you know, kids not behaving, Krampus comes and gets them. But, you know, of course, you know, if a kid disappears, that would scare anybody. So we are going to, I'm going to go ahead and go into Krampus. I know that one's Krampus, by the way. Since we're talking about those kinds of creatures, why the hell not? So, in these other countries, people, like I said, they dress up as these creatures just to, you know, show like, hey, this is what can come get you. So it's like basically it's your decor. And a lot of the houses in those countries will actually have their family members come out dressed as this creature. I guess it's kind of like Day of the Dead, where you pay respects in Mexico. Maybe it's something like that. But they have these parades of people. I have to say, some of those costumes that they did were pretty freaking impressive. Especially the ones that used, you know, replica animal skulls and stuff. But, okay, back to why. So, because this is pretty. I like this red. Here, let me turn on the light. I like this red with the rest of it. Yeah, I know. I was trying not to have the lamp on. That always happens. And I don't use the tape. What I'll do is I'll just go ahead and clean that up. Where's that brush? You'll know. That's why I keep my foundation brush near me. So, if that happens, I can just clean it up. Just like that, no big. So, let me adjust the light in here. So we have that lighting. Why does it look like that? I don't know. Anytime I tell a spooky story, something happens, right? We can go into, what can we go into? We can go into some color. It's a little sparkly. These nails, I'm telling you, I'm having to get used to these. They're pretty. They're pretty. I will give it that. Now, like I was saying, like with the Curst Kosmetics, you don't have to go digging in your brush. Or digging in the pan with your brush. That's something you just don't have to do. It goes on pretty darn good. So, okay, like I was saying, if you're outside intoxicated especially, I know in some countries that I was reading up on for this, intoxicated people, and you would think that they'd be found right in the snow near their village, but no, it would be found at least like 100 miles away from where their village was. And in some cases, now, you probably thought I was going to tell the story about those kids that, you know, their parents' house was on fire and some of the kids went missing because they couldn't find their remains. No, everybody's telling that one. I'm sure we're with the bajillion times that's been told. Sad as that is, it's actually a true crime story. And it's sad. Let me go ahead and use this. That changes the whole eyebrow. So, okay. So, villagers around Christmas Eve would go out to celebrate with their fellow villagers. And a lot of time, you know, like, people would wake up and be like, oh, everybody's just going to come downstairs, da-da-da. And they would think, okay, well, maybe this person went to a friend's house and, like, didn't make it home yet. And, you know, so they would check around. Something like what we would do these days. It's like, check, hey, Jackson stop at your house, and I'm going to use that same blue right here. And I told you, you can actually use these as a highlighter. I don't know how well you can see, but there you go. And then also take that brown tone, right? This, I love this. And just use that as your contour. So, like I was saying, you know, people would disappear. And they would be found hundreds of miles, or at least 100 miles away from their village. Now, how that happened, nobody really knows. Would that be super spoopy? Heck, yeah. So, it's like, should you be careful, because you don't know where you're going to end up all the time. Because why wouldn't you? Right? Like, why would you not? Remember, just take your lucky brush and blend that out. And I'm gonna finish the eye, lining it, and I'll be right back. And I'm using the Curst Kosmetics Baddie eyeliner in the color Dracula, because you know, when you're scaring up a good Christmas look, you want a good eyeliner. And what's the white? The white is the LA Colors. And I got that one from the Dollar General for, I think, like $1.50. Back when things were more affordable. Yeah. Curst Kosmetics is pretty darned affordable, but okay, back to the story. And of course, you know, I will leave my affiliate code for Curst Kosmetics so that you can scare up some savings. So, okay. So a villager actually, one year, like when they actually went looking harder than they usually would, because one of their villagers had disappeared, and he was known to be one of the nicest people in their village. Okay, so it's like one of the nicest people in the village that, you know, kind of relied on other people because, you know, kind of had to due to, you know, physical issues. So he went missing. I was going to put eyelashes on, but like my eyes are freaking dry and doing some stuff. We're going to go into more of the palette. Kind of, we're going to go into black right here. We are going to kind of smoke that just a little bit. Just right there in the corner. And that way, get kind of that like Christmas decoration vibe going on there, because that's what this look is about. And like I was saying, you know, people dressed up in these costumes. So like this guy, he was dressed in one of the village costumes because, you know, he loved that. It was a Christmas tradition that they had always enjoyed. They always tried to pick the most fun people to wear that. And since, you know, he loved dressing up in this stuff, like, okay, they let him do it. And they're out celebrating and everything. And the next day, nobody can find him. like Yosef went missing, and everybody loved Yosef, or Yusuf, depending on how you actually want to pronunciate that. And so people start worrying, like, where is he? Nobody knew. Nobody knew, or did they? Because he had to rely on a lot of villagers to help him get through stuff because of his medical needs. So we are going to put this right there. Ooh, love sparkly things. Like I said, press your glitter. It's a pressed glitter. You just press that glitter and just put that right there. Yes. You can also take that a little bit up here if you want. But anyway, we can talk about that. So he goes missing. The whole village is like, where is he at? Because they're kind of upset. He's missing. And so they actually really go looking because they knew he was in that costume, right? So like they're thinking, okay, we're gonna find him in the full body costume, and that'll be that because he will have stayed warm. There was snow on the ground. They're thinking he will have stayed warm. Hold on, I have to get a drink. My throat's dry. So like I was saying, he went missing, right? The village is all in, like, where the hell did he go? So they're like trying to check around with everybody now. There's always that one villager that holds a grudge against everybody, that even people that did not do anything, or he does not like them because he's jealous, right? So there was one account, or several, that he said that he was going to go ahead and walk with him, right? You're going to go ahead and trust the guy that hates everybody. Maybe it's because he was trying to just be a good soul and believe that maybe he could just be a good person, maybe he's changed or something. That's a good red color. Oh, I love that. That's so pretty. That one is claws. Which is just a really gorgeous red color. I love that. We have rain. This is also a really gorgeous red. Those are beautiful. So, ooh, I have an idea with this. So, okay. So, I'm going to use the liner on my lips as well. He said he would walk with him to make sure he got home, right? Yeah, that was not his plan. Because he was jealous that Yosef got a lot of attention from the villagers, and he was jealous of this. Like, why wasn't he getting that kind of attention? Well, first of all, he was always causing problems. And Yosef, he was not. Okay, let finish lining my lips and I'll be right back. And so, you know, hey, everybody expected him just to walk back with him, make sure he got home safe. Like I said, that was not his intention or his plan. Guess not. And so it's like I said, in the morning, you know, people wake up and they're expecting everybody to just wake up and celebrate the actual day together. Because back in those times, a whole entire village would gather, right? Kind of like our tribes here in America. And, you know, gather together like we are gathered here today to be peaceful with one another, and that's not always the fact. I do fan my lips. It does help with mattifying your lips, by the way. Okay. We're just going to use this as a lip topper. So, like I was saying, you know, they were trying to figure out, you know, like, where is he at? What's happening? What's going on? And everything, which is, like, super heartbreaking because it was their, like, beloved Yosef. And he always went out of his way to help other people. Even though he was physically disabled. And you might have thought I was going with mentally. No, physically. So because the other guy knew this, right? That's how he really took advantage of him. Now, how they found Yosef 100 miles away was bits and pieces of his costume that would have kept him warm. It was like basically missing. His shoes were missing. There was just a lot of shit that was missing and out of place and not where it should be, obviously. And the person that did it, you know, was like, oh, just trying to go on with the day and not want to know what the hell is going on. Where's Yosef? No. Everybody else is in panic, of course. And so somebody actually had paid attention to the fact that he wasn't, you know, like, wondering what the hell is going on. Because, you know, he was the last to be seen with Yosef. And he had to travel in the snow to find the body, right? You know, Yosef actually wasn't found. And it said that he, like, haunted the area where he was murdered. And he had haunted his murderer. Like, why would you not haunt your murderer, right? Like, you're dressed in this fantabulous costume that you volunteer to be in. And some people use this stuff. I'm getting that off my hand. It's quite the bloody looking mess. And that's the other thing when you're out there like that, right? Your skin can freeze to the point where your veins freeze. The only way to, you know, get them down to freeze, obviously, thaw you out. So, you're like very suspicious, with good reason. Very suspicious of the one villager. And eventually, you know, somebody had caught him bragging about, oh, this is where he is, da-da-da. And I took him and I was like, I wanted what he had. Why would you want to be physically disabled? Nobody wants that. I think you will though by now. I clean up as I'm finishing the story. So they're like, well, why are you bragging? Oh, well, you know, I just wanted to give him his upcomings and his whatever because I wanted what he had. They're like, he didn't really have anything. Well, he was getting everybody's attention. Like, it's because he would help other people. And so eventually he was locked up, right? The villagers, like, they were pissed. And all rights, okay? They were pissed. So he forced him to tell where Joseph's body was. And he's like, oh, well, I don't have to do that now. Because, like, you have me here and I'm not going to confess. Like, he had already been confessing. How you not going to, I don't know, some people need some freaking help. Psychosis, anyone? Or just plain old psychosis? There's a difference between psychosis and psychosis. So, I am going to take white noise, excuse me, and just like put that right there. You only need a little bit of white noise. Just shimmer that up. And then take your big fluffy brush and blend. So basically, if I had Christmas ornaments in the house, I would kind of take these colors to put them together, like a nice smoky coal color, the red tones, the green, and a silver. I think that would be pretty. So, they literally tortured him until he said where the body was. Yes, they tortured him. I mean, he got jabbed to the point where, you know, any other person would want to scream if you were jabbed that much. I might just want a smidge. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. Right? So we got that on there. That looks, I'm kind of digging that now. That's a Christmas look right there. With my hair down, it's more of a Morticia Christmas. So, okay, he was tortured. He finally talked, okay? He finally talked. He had been planning this shit for a while. Why? I still don't get why people act like that. And why they do such dirty deeds and stuff, thinking, oh, well, I'm so jealous, this is what I want to do. I still don't get that, like, not everybody has what other people think they have. And then when you want it that bad and you end up with it, then you figure out, oh shit, their life wasn't all that great, was it? So they did find him, but they found him 100 miles away because apparently 100 miles away, this guy had cousins. Okay, bad guy, had cousins. And he told them, like, hey, he has a bunch of money and stuff, which actually is not the case. So they took him, they had stripped him down, they had beat him on the way, by the way. stripped him down to a point and just left him in the frozen freaking tundra. It was like, we don't know how many degrees below. And, like I said, it is said that Joseph comes back to this day and haunts that village, looking for the villager, and not in a malevolent way. He just wants to know why. Just why. Because he doesn't understand this. Like, why? I feel like something's a bit too shiny here, but it doesn't matter. So it's like, people, when they see Yosef, they don't feel overwhelmed, they don't feel scared. Except for people with an evil soul. Now, those are the only ones that get scared of him. And that's like scary enough. It's like, now, if you knew that there was a villager that was murdered, eventually he was taken back and properly buried. But all he wants to know is why. And so, you know, would you visit a village, town, small ones? You know, it's like they still live kind of old world. There are still some of those places left in the world. Don't mind my hair. I have to get used to these nails, like I said, doing any kind of task. That includes brushing my hair. We'll manage that. But serious, would you visit any of these kinds of villages knowing that it's haunted by somebody, and it could be haunted by Yosef's murderer, and because that person was taken into the center of their village and burned. When it leaves Yosef in the cold to freeze to death, we're just gonna burn you at the stake. Let you know, like, your ass is on fire. Your ass is on fire. And Yosef will haunt you forever. That's enough of that. So, yeah, leave me a comment, a kind comment in the comment section below. I want you to go check out Makeup Addict and the Midnight Artist, in which I have done this collab with. And with that said, spooky tidings to all, and to all a great night. And I will see you in the next one. Spoopy dream.